Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we'll be building a high performance 1080p gaming PC with smartly bought used parts as well as a couple of new parts, and all of this will be under 25,000. So let's get started. So why go used? Now used parts in PC building have their own advantages. You can go for parts that are still not outdated but give you the most value for money, and your build as of today at least can play AAA titles well over 60 FPS for a 1080p build. And of course you'll save thousands of bucks going for this kind of build, which will give you the most value for money. First, we'll be discussing the build overview, which part we've used and why, which part will be used, which part will be bought new, and then we'll be testing it out against games. And then finally, advice on how to go about buying used parts for your PC, what precautions you need to take, and how to test out the parts that you are buying used. So let's dive in. Now, all of the parts that I'll be mentioning have been picked either from OLX or from used PC vendors. Now, whatever the pricing I have mentioned over here is the maximum price you should go for that particular component. Above that will not make sense because it won't be value for money. Now, the first component being the CPU. CPU will be going with the Ryzen 5 3600, which if used for 2 to 3 years should be bought for 4,000 rupees. You can also go for the Ryzen 5 2600. It will give you a bit of a bottleneck, somewhere around 10%, but it's still viable. You can find 2600 for around 3000 rupees, and that will suffice. But if you have the option for Ryzen 5 3600, go for that instead. Next up, we have the motherboard. I would urge you only to go with three brands: Gigabyte, MSI, and Asus. Gigabyte, I found multiple sellers that are offering B450M board for 3000 rupees. And that is the sweet spot for this. Don't go for any other brands except these three that I've mentioned. The other brands tend to have reliability problems, especially when relating to their VRMs. Next up, we have the RAM. Now, RAM, you can find 8 GB sticks for around 500 bucks. That's not hard to find. Try to go for a little over the budget, something like HyperX Fury or Ripjaw's G-Skill. Now that will give you a bit of a boost in your RAM frequency, somewhere around 3200 megahertz. If you can find that, that'll be much better. RAM is something that generally doesn't fail, so you're quite safe over here. Next up, we have the GPU. GPU will be going with the RTX 2000 series, RTX 2060 6GB. Now you can find this GPU for somewhere around 9,000. And the reason that I'm going with the 2000 series and not the 1000 series is because of driver issues. With the GTX 1000 series, driver updates will be stopping this year. It doesn't mean that it won't work. It just means that newer games might have issues, or even older games with updates might have issues. So we want to stay away from that. Hence, RTX 2000 series 2060 is the bare minimum you should go for. And if you can find better cards than the RTX 2060, do go for that. But the budget over here would be 9 to 10,000. Nothing above that. Now, I haven't mentioned any of the RX series cards. Now, I have two reasons mainly for not recommending the RX series cards. First is the power draw. The power draw is much higher. Second is their availability. Since the RTX series was much more popular, hence it's available with second-hand sellers. They're just more in quantity when you compare it to the RX series cards. And then finally, we have the cabinet. The budget is 1000 rupees. You can easily find used cabinets well within 1000 rupees. And if you can't find it, then you can go for a new cabinet as well. Again, the budget being 1000 rupees. Now for the SSD and PSU. Now these two are the only two components that I'll recommend that you buy new and not used. For SSD, there is a reliability factor. Now, wherever you're buying an SSD from, you don't know how much that SSD has been written, or what the health of the SSD is, or when it might fail. Since it's already been used, you might have issues in the future. So I recommend you stay away from used SSDs. Just go buy a new one. You'll get a 5-year warranty if you buy brands like Crucial or Kioxia. As for the PSU, I recommend that you go with the Cooler Master MWE 550 watts. The reason is that as PSUs age, their efficiency decreases. After every 3 years, roughly 10% of the efficiency decreases. And as you go further on. By the time it hits 5 to 6 years, you'll have an efficiency decrease of around 30%. Now, you don't want to underpower your entire system or make it unstable. So with the PSU, since it powers your entire system, go for a new PSU rather than an used one. Now, as you can see, with all of these components combined, the entire build is at 25,000. So yes, this is possible and this is how you do it. Now let's look at the performance. Since I've used the RTX 2060 and the Ryzen 5 3600, I'll be showing you what it can do. So let's see. RTX 2060 and Ryzen 5 3600 tested across 12 games. The Last of Us Part 2 runs at 72 FPS on high, PUBG hits 109 FPS on high, God of War Ragnarok averages 78 on medium, Fortnite runs at 81 FPS also on medium. Starfield runs at 50 FPS on low, playable but not smooth. Ghost of Tsushima averages 59 FPS on very high, Horizon Zero Dawn hits 82 FPS on medium, Cyberpunk 2077 runs at 80 FPS on high settings. Valorant reaches 227 FPS on high, GTA 5 gets 102 FPS on very high, Alan Wake 2 averages 52 FPS on medium, Forza Horizon 5 hits 101 FPS on ultra, average across all 12 games 91 FPS. Now let's talk about some of the precautions that you need to take while buying used computer parts. The first and the most important thing is while buying a GPU. Now, never buy a GPU that has been mined. Since it's been mined, there can be severe degradation in the GPU. They are working all the time, they have high thermals, and they've used a lot of their memory. So caution, if you know that this GPU has been used for mining purposes, stay away from it. Second, when you buy a GPU, just check if you're actually buying what you paid for, because with refurbished GPUs, it also happens that they replace the main die, or they make it look like you've bought a higher card while actually you've bought a lower card. Let's say you want to buy the 3060. But instead of the 3060, while it looks 3060 from the outside, it might have a die of 3050. And this has happened with multiple people, so be careful. And with motherboards, you just need to check if it's been ever repaired. Now, repaired motherboards, on the other hand, I would tend to stay away from, because since they've had problems, they might have problems in the future. But then again, there's no guarantee. Anything that has been repaired, try to stay away from it. Now, before you buy, ensure that you run the following tests to see if your component is doing well or not, or if it is doing well under stress. Now, these are some of the free tools that you should be using. So for the GPU, we have GPU Z and the Fermark test. GPU Z tells you all about the specifications of the GPU, what die, what manufacturing process, the VRAM size, clock speeds, BIOS model, everything. So check the specifications of the GPU with the GPU Z tool against the manufacturer's website. For CPUs and RAM, again, we have CPU Z, which tells you everything you need to know about the CPU and the RAM. For the CPU, you should run a test with Cinebench R23. What it'll do, it'll run a benchmark and a stress test so that you know that your CPU can perform under load. For the RAM, we have MemTest86 that tests memory stability. For the motherboard, we have CPU Z and HW Info that will tell you all about the BIOS version, chipset, and the brand that you're actually buying. So here are a few tips to make sure that you're buying safe. The first is make sure that you test out the component that you're buying. If any seller tells you that you can't test it out, just walk away from the deal no matter how sweet it is. You have to test the component that you're buying, stress test it, and make sure that it can handle loads. Second is, if the component that you're buying looks way too clean, as if it's brand new, that might be a refurbished item, professionally refurbished, or the parts might have been changed. So make sure that all the parts of it are original, nothing has been replaced or changed or repaired. If generally the component that you're buying, especially the GPU, if it looks like brand new, you should be suspicious. When it comes to CPUs, check for bent pins if there are any, because that's a sign that it's been physically damaged. And with the other parts, check for tampered stickers or missing screws, or changed screws for that matter. If any screw looks different from the others, make sure you do a good visual inspection of whatever part you're buying. So this is the best 1080p budget PC that you can build under 25,000, which has both used components as well as new, while making sure that this entire build gives you the best value for money as well as reliability. So if you found this helpful, let me know in the comment section below. And which build would you go for if not this?